use. So form, we have to import Angular slash, so materials. So material, in that we have form field, we have to import that form field also. Form field, that means I will put mat form field module. We have to import that mat form field module, right? Okay. Now, according to our current design, we need to import autocomplete. That means we need to import from again. So Angular slash material slash autocomplete. We have an autocomplete. We are importing autocomplete. Now in this autocomplete, so we are importing mat autocomplete module. We are importing that. So whatever needed for that current example, autocomplete example, I have imported that. So next we need to register these modules. You know, we have to register the modules in imports. In imports, we have to register the modules. What are the modules? Forms module. I need to import the forms module. Okay. And I need to import another one. So we need a mat form field module. Okay, and I need to import mat input module, and one more mat autocomplete module. These are to be added. So I hope you are up to now clear. We have to import the modules and we need to register the modules. Am I right? You have to import and register the modules. Okay. Everyone is clear. Okay, fine. Now let's go to home.html. Now I want to use an autocomplete here. I will design a form. This is our general HTML form. We will design a form. Now in this form, we are just adding a field. How to add a field? Mat form field, that is the selector for adding the fields. Okay, in this field, I want a text box. Then input type is equal to text. Okay. Now this text box should have the behavior of mat input. Then I will give here attribute mat input. It will get the behavior of mat input. So if I don't give this, generally you can see that the design will be like this. It is an ordinary text box. I will give here attribute mat input. I'm giving the attribute mat input. When I'm using mat input, you can see its appearance changed now. I hope everyone is clear. Understood? Right? When I give mat input attributes, its appearance changed. Clear now? So its appearance changed. Yes, you can see that appearance changed. Right. Now what we need here is we are adding some options into this. So let's go to the design and I will keep here a placeholder, and I will design placeholder. So select your country. So that is the design I am giving, and placeholder I am defining, and you can see it says select your country. And observe carefully, when I click inside it, then it will go with an animation. Have you observed that? Right? That is by default designed. Understood? Have you seen? I click inside that text box. It's having some effect and animation, right? Yeah. So that means it is having some effect and animation. If I have to design like that, it will take very much time with CSS and styles. Am I right? Right? If I want to design a text box like this, even if you know Bootstrap, you need to apply several manual CSS now. Right? You have to write manual CSS and effects for that. Yes. Now it is simple. It looks simple. Okay. Now what we will do here we will design a simple autocomplete example here. That means when user, I need to give some suggestions. When user started typing, I need to give some suggestions. While typing, I need to give some suggestions. Then let's see how we can design that, how we can configure and how we can design that. So let's see one simple point. So what I will do now is let's go to our code, and here I will go to where to keep images, assets folder. I will go to the assets folder. In the assets folder, I have some images. I will copy those images. I will copy those images. I have some images. I will copy these images and keep into our assets folder. Am I right? Into the assets folder, I have India, PNG, UK, PNG. Into that, I am adding that. Okay, some pictures are maintained into our folder. Fine. So that is added into that location. Okay, let's go now. Now I need to go and design in the home component.ts. In the home component.ts, I am creating a collection. Right, I am creating a collection. So I am creating a collection here. So in the home component, let's design a collection. I will create a collection, suppose countries. Countries is a collection. It is a collection of some details, objects. You know how to create a JSON type data, right? So name I defined as India. Okay, that is India. And here I will give as a flag. Flag is nothing but its image. It is present in assets. In assets, we have India.png. Okay. And calling code for India is +91. That is the calling code for India. That is how I defined the data. Now here I create one more, that is United Kingdom. Okay, and here I am defining a flag, and I will put here assets, then UK.png, and calling code. So I will define the calling code as +44. So like this, I created some data. This data contains name and photo and a calling code. This is a simple array. Now what we will do is, let's go into this. Below this input field, we will use an mat autocomplete. This mat autocomplete will have an ID, because this autocomplete should be used by this text box. Then we will give it as an reference ID, hash countries list. This is the template driven approach. All of you know template driven approach, right? So template driven approach, how we can name the elements, that template driven approach, right? Yeah, so this is template driven approach, right? And in this is of what type of reference it is. Actually, generally we use ng model for handling its data. We use ng model for handling its data, right? ng model for handling its data, am I right? Yes, we use ng model for handling its data. Now I will use this as its data should be handled by mat autocomplete. Mat autocomplete is a specialized model designed for handling the data for autocomplete. Understood? Mat autocomplete is a specialized model designed for handling the data. So of autocomplete. Understood? This mat autocomplete is not our own name. Understood that pointer? So countries list is our own name. Mat autocomplete is not our own name, right? It is a type of autocomplete. Understood? Right. So now the key point here is that is the ID. Now in this autocomplete, we need an option.